If I niche down any further, won't I just push away people that get value or could get value from my app? Great question. Hear it all the time. Anytime I'm pushing entrepreneurs to get more and more narrow with their early adopter, early evangelist segment, I inevitably hear, well, what about all the potential people that could get value from my app? Again, it's a legitimate question. Hey, I'm Lindsay T, the Lady Engineer. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I answer the most popular, the most commonly asked questions on the internet that entrepreneurs, founders, innovators are asking. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next one. On to the answer around if I niche down, will you push people away? Let's back up and talk about what the purpose is of niching down, okay? Niching down to a really, really early segment to something very, very small is important for a startup when you have limited resources. You do not have the marketing budget of a Coca-Cola that can talk to the entire globe about their brand. You only have the time, money, and skills you are bringing to the table, so you can't reach as many people, which means you need to be far more efficient and strategic with your resources about who you are talking to. The other reason we niche down is to know who to listen to feedback from and who to ignore, okay? We cannot possibly design a product and create marketing to talk to everyone. I say you cannot do E to E, everything to everyone. You cannot be it, you cannot do everything for everyone. So you need to also trim down who you listen to feedback from, right? Because you cannot make everyone happy. If you try to make everyone happy, you'll make no one happy. All right? So when you design a brand, a marketing, content, product, and you design it, you put it out there, and you get feedback, having a really clear idea of the customer segment you're focusing on helps you move quicker, move leaner, be more efficient, and be more strategic. So now to answer your question, well, what about people that could, benefit from what I have to offer? I always like to use my own example. So if you don't know me, I'll back up a little, but I've been designing software since 2002. I started my career in Silicon Valley in 2005. I have largely always worked predominantly with men. But if you go through my website and everything now, you will see that there is a uniquely feminine touch. That was a really hard transition to make. So I've been self-employed for 7 years. Most of the first 4 years of being self-employed, I was trying to be everything to everyone. I mean, I have a diverse skill set around product and marketing and research and testing, but the message just wasn't coming through. People didn't know exactly what to come to me for. My friends and peers in my network didn't know when they should make referrals to me or not. And I gave off a general impression that if I was good at all these things, people that didn't really know me would think maybe she's like a T, like she knows a lot of things, but it's shallow and she only can go deep in one area. So it was really hard for me to craft a message, and it was really hard for the audience to figure out what it is that Lindsay actually does, what is the one or two things that she should target. So in 2017, when I decided to trademark the Lady Engineer and really focus on compassionate and people-minded founders, it came to me that I needed a brand that was more authentic to me, and I also needed to be really specific about who I wanted to work with. Now, I said compassionate and people-minded founders, people that want to solve real problems. And when I looked around in 2017, I saw there were a lot of non-technical women out there who had legitimate problems they wanted to solve. They knew how technology could solve the problem, but they were having a hard time going from what their customers were saying to what the engineers were building, and that's my sweet spot. So I trademarked the Lady Engineer. I rebranded my website. You will see that it is uniquely feminine. According to my brand, it feels like me. People told me they knew me. They were like, you are jumping off the page. I was like, that is awesome. But when I launched and I started to share my first ebook with peers in my network, I started to notice a common theme. Men were coming back to me telling me that they didn't like the script font that I was using on my website. They didn't like the pinks and the golds. They thought the script font was illegible. They thought that the website looked unprofessional. And these were all really, really, really hard things to hear. At the end of the day, I knew that these guys giving me feedback, while well-intentioned, and I don't hold it against them, they're not my target client. And when I was talking to women that were actually signing up to talk to me and to work with me, they were like, oh my God, I love your brand. It resonates. I love what you're doing. I wish like I knew you existed a year or two ago. So when I tell you to niche down, it's to make your life easier. You can't make everyone happy. So you can decide who you're going to listen to feedback from and who you're going to like set aside for now on. Now back again to the original question, will I turn away people that could benefit from my app, my product, my service? I will tell you this. I work with both non-technical and technical founders. I work with all genders, male, female, and everything in between, right? Like people who are not my target, who see the value in what I do and are attracted to like me and my personality, my brand, they still are coming to my orbit and they are still working with me. I'm just making sure that my outward voice, my outward branding, my outward products and services, they are tailored and specific to an audience. Anyone else that wants to come that's outside of that audience, I'm not turning them away. I'm just taking their feedback and insights and categorizing it differently than the feedback and insights coming from who I know is my target ideal customer or user. So I hope my example helped you, and definitely look for more videos about niching down and developing your early evangelist segment. I'm Lindsay T, Lady Engineer. If you liked this video, please like, please subscribe. It helps us get the word out more about all of these insights that I have to share, and I just want to see you all be successful. Keep in touch.